Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, host of the Pierre Wilson Show and director of BLEXIT, Pierre Wilson.
So let's stay here the whole night, 'cause all we feel is good vibes.
There we go, New York. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Y'all got to give me a little bit more of a welcome than that. This is New York. I'm going to ask y'all again. How we feeling, New York? How was that debate earlier? How are you feeling about that debate earlier? Highlight? Listen, I wanted to take a moment to talk to you guys because my story in many ways is the BLEXIT story. But I have to hit on what happened, obviously, the last 48 to 72 hours of BLEXIT. I'm sure you guys, yeah, we got some claps over there. We persevered. So Music Hall of Williamsburg, let's have a boom, boo. Woke Music Hall of Williamsburg canceled our event with 3 days to go. Make no mistake, they intended to do damage to us. They didn't want this event to happen. But look at this room today. Look at this balcony. This is what perseverance looks like. This is what America looks like. Look at the diversity in this room right now. This is what the left does not want. They don't want black people and white people and Hispanics and Asians getting together like this. They want us divided. They want us to believe that we are part of different groups, that we are not all patriots. We are not all Americans. We are not all Christians. We are Christ followers. They want us to be divided. So my story growing up, and I wasn't always like this. I couldn't have been on this stage maybe even 5-6 years ago. Like so many in black America, I grew up being taught lessons that push me towards a certain ideology. I want to be really mindful because this is not a political speech. This is very much a value speech. I was being taught things that were not aligned with the things that I was also seeing from my parents. It was weird, and I'm looking back on it. I was being taught that I had to, consider only certain people whenever I was going to vote. I had to look at things a certain way, like this country wasn't for me, that there was some white man around the corner that was probably going to stop me from reaching my dreams. The American dream wasn't for people that looked like me. I was being told these things. Yet I saw my parents working really hard. I saw them talking about, they're killing us, but yet they had guns themselves too. I'm like, y'all obviously believe in 2A. Y'all had guns in the house, right? They were at church every Sunday, Christians, strong Christian Bible. They were reading their Bibles. So I was, I didn't really question it at first, but looking back on it, I'm saying to myself, man, this is how so many people are in black America right now. They're being told things that actually don't align with the values that we truly hold. Some people say, when did you become conservative thinking? I said, I was always a conservative. I just didn't know it. So there was a couple different moments throughout my journey that led me here today. One particular moment, I remember I was in school, and my teacher, she said, hey, was there an election going on? And again, it's not a party speech. This is more about the values, but there was an election going on. She said, go write a paper really quickly on, actually, I want you to write a paper on the candidates that are running, and if you could vote, who would you vote for? I wasn't able to vote at the time. So I'm like, all right, cool. Wasn't really into the election at the time, but I said, let me go ahead and get this assignment done. I want to get a good grade, and I looked at both candidates. At the time, it was Gore versus Bush. So I went in, and I didn't look at anything related to party. I just looked at both people. And I ended up writing a paper on Bush, and I felt really good about that paper. I went to go show my mom, and I'm like all proud of it. I'm like, she's going to love this. I did a really great job. My mom looked at that paper halfway down. She was like, absolutely not. You are not turning this paper in. Absolutely not. You will not turn this paper in. I'm trying to figure out why, and I'm asking questions. She's getting madder, and she's like, don't you know they don't care about us? They don't believe, they're not for us. That's not who you should be considering. They don't care about black people. So I'm like, mama knows best, all right, let me chill out. I don't want mama to get too mad and get the belt out on me or something, so let me go ahead. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Blackie, you know what I'm talking about. Get that belt, Blackie, right, that belt. So I went and I rewrote the paper, turned it in, got a good grade. That was that. The second moment was in college. I went to a historically black college university for a couple years. There was another election coming up at the time. At that point in time, I was only considering people that leaned left, right? I was full-blown left-leaning, or so I thought. So it really wasn't about anybody on the right. It was always about whoever on the left came out, that's who you're going to support. But at the time, it was Hillary versus Obama. Going around that auditorium, every person that got that mic, mind you, majority of the room is black. They got the mic and they said, oh, I'm voting for Obama. I got the mic and I said, I don't know who I'm voting for yet. And the entire crowd turned around and looked at me. Like, they were like, they looking at each other like, and I'm like, did I say something wrong? I don't know. So the young lady after me got the mic and she goes, how can you as a black man not support Obama? And I said, surely she has more to this statement. You know, she's got another reason. She's getting ready to follow up. I'm just listening. I'm like, she getting ready to finish up her thought. That was it. I was black. He was black. That was it. So that didn't sit right with me, and my beautiful wife was there at the time. Everybody waved to my wife, guys. Look at my wife. I walked out, and I was like, babe, something don't feel right about that. But I moved forward, went on, voted for Obama twice, kept pushing. But the third moment, Candace Owens. Let's clap for Candace Owens, y'all. I remember I was up late one night, and I don't know what I was doing up late. I was on YouTube watching all kinds of funny videos and came across a video of Candace, and I remember she was standing there. She had a megaphone in her hand. It was a thumbnail. She had a megaphone, and she had a sea of minorities behind her, which it looked like they had on a certain candidate's hat that was not left-leaning. Say that. And I was like, what is this craziness? I got to watch this. Like, I'm ready for a good laugh tonight. Let me turn this on and hit play. Well, the joke was on me. Because I hit play, and she's speaking facts. She's talking about the single motherhood rate in black America, black-on-black crime, the fatherless. She's saying things in a way that I wasn't taught in school. I wasn't taught it in college. She's saying it in ways that my family never told me, friends, no one ever talked to me or said things in the way that she had positioned it. So I'm actually frustrated as I'm listening to her. I'm like, she's lying. She's lying. There's no way she's telling the truth. I'm writing all of these things down. I'm going to fact check her. I fact checked her, and she was right. She was right. I can laugh about it now, but in the moment, I wasn't laughing. In the moment, I think I felt a range of different emotions, and one of the emotions I felt towards the end was I felt fear. I felt lonely. I felt a lot of different things, and the reason why I felt lonely, because that one stuck with me, who do you call? Can't call my dad. He's left-leaning. I can't call my friends. Can't call my mom. Who do I call? Who do I turn to? Who do I talk to? So I remember just praying. I literally got down on my knees and I just started praying. I'm like, Lord, I feel confused. I'm lost. I feel like I don't know who I am anymore. I was questioning my whole existence. And something just said, stand firm. Stand firm. So I remember saying, okay, you know what? I'm gonna put something on Facebook about how I feel right now. I'll put a status up. Yeah, y'all hear me? I put that status up. Oh, Lordy. I got attacked left and right. I mean, my comment section, I think that was like the most comments I'd ever got on a post at the time. I don't even really remember what I said. I'm pretty sure it's nothing like what I say today. But it was, I mean, people were asking me if I was on drugs in my post. They were like, are they paying you? Is someone paying you? And I mean, people who I've known for years started attacking me in the comments. And for a lot of people, that will make them stop. That will make them shut down. They would say, oh, I don't want to deal with this. It's just too much heat. It made me stronger. It made me want to stand up more. It made me want to fight. So at the time, Candace and Brandon, you guys give it up for Brandon. Brandon is like, they had just started BLEXIT. It was brand new. I think they had only done one show at the time. And I said, this is something that I think the community needs to hear. So I remember talking to a couple of the friends who were still left locally. And we started printing out things from the BLEXIT website. We started going around door knocking, really trying to spread the message of BLEXIT locally to people, one-on-one conversations. And the next thing you know, we were like, let's build a Twitter and an Instagram page. Let's really spread this. Let's bring some social media attention to it. Mind you, I didn't know Candace, so I'm like, man, she might come across this and say, cease and desist, shut this down. Never authorized you to use BLEXIT. Thankfully, she didn't. I'm here today, right? She came across the Instagram, the Twitter, and then she DM'd me, and she was like, I love what you're doing. Let's hop on a phone call. Fast forward to today, BLEXIT, all these amazing people you see here today, 44 state chapters around the country. Can't be canceled, clearly, right? Can't be canceled. We serve kids. We have our live shows. We have our liberation camps. BLEXIT is better than ever before. Now that we partner with Turning Point, we're growing even more. So I'm sharing this piece because my story is so much of the BLEXIT people that you're meeting today. So the ones who've given you shirts or who've handed out things to you at the tables, take a moment to really understand the journey that they went through and really what you guys, many of you guys probably have the same story, have gone through to get here, and be bold and be firm. If you lost that friend, you were supposed to lose that friend. I don't know if anyone told you that, but I'm telling you today, you were supposed to lose that friend. If your family members stop talking to you, then maybe you need a little bit of time away. Maybe their cooking wasn't that good anyway, right? You didn't need a friend. It's fine. It's fine. But be bold. Don't be afraid. And I hope what we did with this event shows you guys, don't cave. Never cave. Never stop. Never relent. We know we're on the right side. We know we're on the right side because we are on his side. So I won't hold you guys long because we really want to get back into the rest of the show. But take a moment, think of BLEXIT volunteer. Madeline, stand up for a second. Madeline is our wonderful state director of New York. To the entire New York team. To the entire New York team. Let's give them a round of applause. Some in the back. These are the warriors who are on the ground, who are unafraid. People were saying, oh, no, I don't know if you should go there. I said, yes, we should. Yes, we should. We need to be in the areas that nobody else will touch. We need to be unafraid. You can't say, I'm wearing the armor of God, but I'm not going over there. No, thank you. Do you have on the armor of God or not? Are you wearing it or not? If you're wearing it, you need to be there. Never give up, never relent, be bold. Love you guys. Enjoy the show.